Many of us talk glibly about goosebumps and being close to something very special, and we are indeed close to something truly special, the sun-drenched buttresses of the Drakensberg, and a horse that'll come into shot very shortly. His name is Flying the Flag. He's a son of Galileo, and just to be in the presence of something by Galileo is an honor in itself. In the next camp is a horse called New Predator. He's a son of New Approach, who's one of the shining lights of the Dali Stallion operation right now. He, in fact, at the recent Stallion parade, usurped Dubawi as the star of the show. And tonight on Breeding to Win, we feature none other than Flying the Flag, a son of Galileo, Redoubts Promise, of course, a son of Redoubts Choice, and last but by no means least, New Predator, himself a son of New Approach. Here's Warwick Render.
To have a horse with his pedigree and credentials, you've got some of the best blood in the world. I mean, his dam line really could stand anywhere in the world, never mind in humble Natal. And Galileo, well, we all know what he's doing, and a complete breed shaping sire.
Well, I guess it's all very well to have a son of Galileo standing at stud in South Africa, but the dam line, you need to tell the folk out there the circumstances that allowed him to end up on your farm.
Yeah, look, we were very fortunate at the time. Johan approached us about taking the horse, and yeah, shortly thereafter his full sister Rhododendron started her campaign, and quickly followed by Magical. So he used to take 2 fillies who've emulated what the mother did, and it's just unbelievable.
But it's Magical, the champion fillies and mares winner, who is going to make it 3 from 3 for the season in the Tattersall's Gold Cup. Magical, oh, she's all of that. Second is Flag of Honor.
New Predator, a horse by New Approach that headed up the Dali Stallion parade ahead of one of the greatest stallions in the world in Dubawi. That in itself is a huge statement.
He is campaigning as the heir apparent to Galileo. So you say, well, if they're backing him as his potential follow-on, we're only too happy to have a son of his.
Mowing went early on New Predator. They clear here by 2 to 3 lengths. New Predator is well clear, and New Predator's been given a peach of a ride by Mowing. New Predator by 5 lengths.
And New Predator coming at Saratoga Dance and Diogevante the last 100. New Predator's going on to win it. New Predator won it. But New Predator, they're not going to get to him. And New Predator will win it. And Bull Valley's going on, running on as New Predator, but Bull Valley won it. Close for second between Search Party and New Predator.
He's a horse that should really have won a Grade 1 race, but was multiple Grade 1 placed and was convincing in the Drill Hall Stakes and the Charity Mile, and a really good, special, well-bred individual.
Me personally, I'm a very big fan of Dali Stallions for some reason. I don't know, you know, like picking a rugby team, you just one day decide which side you're on, and I love Dali Stallions. Funny enough, I was a massive fan of Dawn Approach when he was a 3-year-old. I thought he's going to walk the derby. We had a nice strike on Dawn Approach to win the derby that they obviously didn't stay. And Lawrence loved New Approach, and it was a winning sale, and he was a perfectly made, beautiful, strong horse. And I mean, Fastnet Rock is proving to be an unbelievable broodmare sire all over the world. I don't think you can get enough of them. If you've got 50 broodmares by Fastnet Rock, I don't think you can ever have enough of them. He's going to be very popular in the next 20 years to come, I would think. So yeah, really well-bred horse, and I don't know, maybe sometimes it's meant to be. We just got lucky. A lot of interest in New Predator from numerous breeders in KwaZulu-Natal. I think his book already stands at probably about 60 mares at the moment. So if we can get another 10 or 20 mares, he's going to have a really good first book. I think he's a type of horse that if you see him in real life, if you see him as a specimen, his attitude, and he's so light on his feet for such a big horse. He's an extremely athletic horse.
New Predator was a wonderful horse to work with. He had a good temperament on him and a good mind. And in his day, he really had the world to win. He was a strong galloper. But if you had him in behind, he'd quicken up just as well. I think he was pretty versatile. He had good gate speed. Whatever you put in front of him, he wanted to beat. He always gave of his best.
I think through his career, I had to look after him, because not having to guard him, he became a very, very fast horse, and he was quite a heavy horse. Because he was my best horse at the time, and I only had one of them, you seem to train those horses a bit more reluctantly, if I can use that word. I think some of the bigger trainers, if I would use an example of Aidan O'Brien, he probably has 20 of those a year. So New Predator would have put him in every single big race and would have gone flat out for every race, and whether he made it or not, it was just what it was, you know. Where I didn't have the luxury to do that, and I looked after him, and I just think he's a type of horse that had the ability to do it. If he was thrown into every single race, he would have got lucky at some stage. That day at Greyville, I was super confident. After the race, I was like stunned that I didn't win it. I was 14-1 the day. I spoke to Vuuren in the morning, funny enough. I was more confident that day winning that race than I would have been any other maiden we've ever trained. I went to race that morning. I couldn't wait to lift the trophy, and unfortunately didn't end up away. We just got there literally 2 starts too late. So he didn't win a Group 1, but 100% he had the ability to do it, you know.
This guy, you know, I was looking over his race record at length, because when you look at his pedigree and you look at his specimen, he's got the pedigree and the presence of a good stallion. And the question mark around the benchmark for stallions making it is always that Group 1 tag, you know, the performance aspect. And although this horse never won a Group 1 race, he's as close as you're ever going to find, because what most people don't realize is that every year when the pattern committee sits down and does ratings for our horse races, there are 2 Group 2 races which every year far and away meet Group 1 standards, and that's the Green Point in Cape Town and the Drill Hall Stakes. And you can imagine why. You think about the Drill Hall, the Gold Challenge runners all run in the Drill Hall. They're running for Group 1 3 weeks later. Statistically and numbers wise, those are both Group 1 races every single year, but because of their place in the program, you can't have Group 1 after Group 1 after Group 1, you know, so they fall as Group 2s. Then you see his versatility. He ran 3rd in the Mercury Sprint Group 1, and he ran back-to-back 3rds in the Horse Chestnut Group 1 at weight for age terms, behind Legal Eagle, who was simply unstoppable in that era when he was running. So from 1200 to a mile, charity mile winner, Drill Hall winner, the performance is there. He's a proper true weight for age horse, and as we've seen today, I mean, he's a stunning specimen, and he's got a nice international pedigree to boot.
Now, you made a very interesting point in your address with regard to the time in which we live. The fact that things are not that rosy on the operator side of things, but the most important thing is optimism and buying into a situation right now that may stand you in very good stead if the protocols change, which looks entirely possible.
Well, Andrew, all information is that we're on the cusp of the protocols changing. Hard times bring us together, and if you're in breeding, you're an optimist, and you have to keep on looking to the future and investing now for the future. Our industry in this country needs to be united, and we need to focus on that in every aspect, and then we can take on the world.